So I don't think you could have asked for a better Eastern or Western Conference Finals. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get a great NBA Finals, but hey, that's another story. But yesterday, as I told you throughout the Western Conference Finals, I had a series play, a top-rated 15-dime play on the Warriors, minus 210, and I decided not to hedge my bet, meaning I did not lay off on that heavy price on the Warriors because even when they were down 3-2 in the series, I still felt that they would come back and win. Did they give me a little agita being down 17 points in the first quarter in game number 6 at home? Being down, double digits at halftime of game number 6? Yes, they did. Did they give me even more with the way they came out in game number 7 yesterday on the road? Yes, they did. But listen, this is gambling. I don't gamble to lose. I think guys that gamble, and handicappers especially, that come out with series plays and then wuss out and lay off on them, well, if you didn't have the conviction to have that play in the first place and you intended to lay off that play later in the series, and I understand sometimes you have to under some circumstances, but what the hell are you gambling for in the first place? So I cashed in with that yesterday. Also cashed in with the top-rated 15-dime best bet in baseball as well with the Rockies and extra innings over the Giants. So it was a very nice day as far as I'm concerned. Now, just one thing about game number 7. And it was the same thing that I told you after game number 6 in that series. You saw the Rockets, what happened when a guy, a coach, simply goes to too short of a rotation. Now, it certainly hurt that Chris Paul was out. But listen, the Warriors got hurt in this series without Andre Iguodala as well. But when you go and shorten your rotation, you are just asking for trouble. And it's not like the Rockets didn't have some adequate bench players. But you already were weakening your lineup when you had to take your best player off the bench, your sixth man, Eric Gordon, and put him in the starting lineup in place of Chris Paul. But when you go to that extended series and you are asking your starters to play such heavy minutes, not everybody is LeBron James. Not everybody can play 100 games and play every single minute of every game in a Game 7 and Game 6 situation and deliver at peak efficiency. And you saw the Rockets with those bad, tired legs, how they failed, constantly hitting the front end of the rims and clanking shots, a bunch of bricklayers in the second half of game number 6. And that's what they did in game number 7 as well. So let's fast forward. Just a quick little early look at the finals. You know, I think it's going to be interesting from this viewpoint. You saw in the semifinals, the Warriors had to abandon their big men, because with the Rockets style of play, there was no room on the floor for guys like JaVale McGee, for guys like David West, for no big men to actually see some significant minutes. But I think in the finals, you're going to see Steve Kerr dust those guys off. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go big at times and give McGee 15, maybe 20 minutes, to give David West some minutes off the bench, 5 or 7 minutes coming here in the first half, in the second half, giving those guys some minutes because Ty Lue is going to go to Tristan Thompson. Ty Lue is going to have Kevin Love back in the lineup. So the big men are going to get dusted off. You're going to see a slower style of play. If the Cavaliers opt to go to their bench, which, again, Ty Lue is another guy who overtaxed his starters from day one of this regular season, even after they made the big midseason acquisitions of getting Larry Nance Jr., getting Jordan Clarkson, getting Rodney Hood. He buried those guys down the stretch in the regular season, especially Hood, and mainly Clarkson as well, and he did so throughout the first couple rounds of the playoffs. Does he go to those guys? Because he's going to need to get a little more athletic if he wants to run the floor at times like the Warriors are going to want to. So we'll talk more about the NBA Finals. Yesterday, Jack Brayman had a first ever 200-dime release of his career in the NBA, and he was very happy that the Warriors came through, and he's now made $10 bettors, a little over $21,200 over the past 82 days. Today, top-rated 100-dime baseball winner, number 11 out of 15, 100-dime max wager winner, number 24 out of 36 overall, is NL Dog of the Month from the Phillies and Dodgers. He's either going with the Phillies with Jake Arrieta, who, of course, the last time he won at Dodger Stadium was that no-hitter back in 2015, plus $1.65, or the Dodgers on the run line, plus $1.30. That is going to be one of the featured plays today, and you're going to get it for over half price off by using coupon code JACK. And you can check all your other discounts and promos over on the home page. Let's get to your complimentary plays. I'm going to go with the Houston Astros to make it 2 straight over the New York Yankees, who prior to yesterday's 5-1 loss to Justin Verlander had won 15 out of 18 at Yankee Stadium. CC Sabathia going as an 8.78 earned run average in his last 3 starts, all team losses after having a 1.39 ERA in his first 6 outings this season. Charlie Morton 7-0 with a 2.04 earned run average in his first 10 starts this year, including a 2-0 mark with a 2.50 ERA in his first 3 road outings this year. Kind of a little bit of irony here. Sabathia and Morton matched up in games 3 and 7 of the ALCS last year. Game 3, Sabathia got the best of Morton. Morton was blasted, only lasted 3 2/3 innings and gave up 7 runs at Yankee Stadium. But in game number 7, Morton got the win and pitched 5 innings of 2-hit shutout ball. Your other complimentary play, I like the Cubs. Minus the $1.15 with John Lester at Pittsburgh. Lester, a 1.69 earned run average in his last 7 starts. The Cubs are 7-3 in his starts this season. Now, I do have a little bit of trepidation here. Only because, remember last year, Lester made 3 starts against the Pirates. The first one, not so good. In that one at Pittsburgh on April 26th, 5 2/3 innings, 10 hits, and 6 runs, including 2 homers. The next one, right after the All-Star break, at home, July 9th, 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 10 runs, 2 of them leaving Wrigley Field. Now, the next one was a little better, but, you know, that's why I can't put my money on John Lester tonight. But I still do like the Cubbies, who have scored 25 runs in their last 4 games, 3 of them being victories. Pirates have lost 8 of their last 10, including 3 of 4 opening their current homestand at PNC Park. So I like the Cubs and the Astros as your 2 comp plays today. That'll do it. Wish you well and talk to you again tomorrow.